listening to the Take Back Your Awesome radio show with your host, Colette Morris. Talking about all things health, mindset, family, and money.
Welcome to this week's Take Back Your Awesome podcast show with me, Colette Morris, your guest. And today we will be talking about spring. Yes, that's right. Spring is coming, ladies. Spring is coming. And what are you doing to get yourself ready for spring? Now, let's explore this, because you know what? It's really important to get your spring started right, because this will set up what you do for the rest of your year. So if you're like me, I normally get my spring started by cleaning up my house. Not to say that my house is messy or dirty, mind you, but it's just that season, that time of the year when you just want to take down all the curtains from the windows, wipe all the windows down, and you want to just wipe all the doors down, all the, just declutter, get rid of the clothes that you haven't worn for over a year or so. And it's just really about cleansing, taking out the old, to get ready for the new, because spring is the time for new beginnings. Agreed? So let's look at how we're going to do this, because the first thing we need to do is to cleanse ourselves, to cleanse our bodies. And yes, it's detox time. If you know me, then you know I detox several times throughout the year. Why? Because we are living in a world where there's so much toxicity in the air, in the foods that we eat, and in the stress that we're holding down in our lives, especially in this season called COVID. There is so much stress going on with people right now that we need to clear our minds. We need to clear down our minds and to focus on the new dawn that is coming. So the first thing I want you to do really is to improve your water intake, because you know what? We never ever drink enough water. Am I right? We never ever drink enough water, and water is so important for life. It helps you with your joints. If you have terrible back pain, it will help ease that back pain because you're putting water in your joints. It will also help with the blood flow. So if you're having problems with circulation, you need to drink more water, because it's got oxygen that will help the blood run more freely. And with that, it will also help your creativity and your brain power, because believe it or not, your brain needs water. It needs to be hydrated. Have you noticed that when you get a headache, you get that cramped feeling in your head and it just seems to pound? Well, that's the capillaries in the brain shutting down, because it needs water. It needs water. It needs oxygen. That's why water is important in so many ways. So now, when we're doing our detox, we're going to include 2 liters of water every day. And to make it even extra special, drop a bit of lemon or cucumber in that water, because it will really help with detoxing your liver and your lungs. And we want to give them a good clean up, because you know what? Our body is our temple, and it really is something that should be savored, something that is sacred, something that we need to look after ourselves. Because if you don't look after your body, guess what? It's not going to serve you. It's not going to be able to serve you. It's going to be breaking down. And you don't want ill health to happen to you right now, when you're in the middle of getting your groove back together, when you are in the middle of jumping to the next level, when you are in the middle of leveling up and moving forward. No, you don't want to be ill. So make sure we are doing our detox for spring. So let's cut out the processed foods that we're probably eating in abundance right now. You need to stop. Just get back on the fruits and the veggie trail. Get back onto the smoothie trail. Get back onto the keto trail. If you haven't tried keto, then look it up. It's a way that you can eat clean, you can burn fat from eating fat, but make sure you're eating the right fats now, because it's the right fats that make this count. So now we decided to remove all the processed foods from our diets. Let's see if we can remove excess salt and excess sugar from our diets as well. And the really important thing is take it slow, take it one step at a time, because you don't want to go too overboard to the point where you're going to fail doing this detox because it's too much to take on at once. So do it little by little. Do it in stages. Do it a few days at a time apart, and get your body to slowly adapt to not receiving the things that are bad for it. Now, the next thing you want to do is to add some exercise, because again, COVID season has seen so many of us stay locked up in our homes, not being able to go to the gym. Some of us are lucky to be able to recreate a home gym, but then there are others that are not. Make sure you're out there walking, or get a skipping rope and skip. Or even look at YouTube for a source of inspiration, because there's so many different types of exercises you can do at home to make a difference, to boost your energy, to get your step rate up, and to get your cardio going, because it's really, really important to have your cardio, believe me. So now we got the water going on, and we've got the food going on. So we sorted out the diet, we sorted out the water. We need to move on now and help ourselves clear out our brain, get our mental act together, because this is the next big thing that you've got to do in spring, is to really look forward to what you're going to be doing in the next 9 months until the end of the year. That's right, 9 months. It's going to go really quickly. So if at the beginning of January you were planning and you had a vision, you had goals to meet, now's the time to review those goals. Are you any closer? Could you be any closer? Are they still current for you, those goals? Do you need to reset and make new goals? Only you can do all that. Only you can decide. So take the time to sit down, look at your goals, review them. Are they too small? Have you achieved them already? That means they were too small for you. You need to go large. You need to expand. You need to think bigger. Because the bigger you think, the scarier it is. But you know what? When you aim big, or when you think big and you get it, it's like, whoa, oh my gosh. The realization that everything you want in life is already here. You just need to ask. But if you're asking for small amounts, you're going to get those small amounts. You ask for a big amount, you'll get that big amount. And then you'll realize, you know what? I could have asked for bigger. So be big, bold, bodacious in your goal setting, and look at the actions that you need to take to make it happen. Break those actions down, girl, because you can't go and meet a huge action with one big step. It's like, how are you going to eat an elephant? You're going to eat it a little bit at a time, because that's the best way to get your action steps done, is to do it a little bit at a time, so that you can get the result, or get to the result and your goal sooner rather than later. Because you don't want to set a goal so big that it puts you off, so that you're scared, you're anxious, you have fear. Take fear and change it from face everything and run to face everything and rise. Rise above the clouds like the eagle. Because you know what the eagle does? An eagle can spot its prey from miles up. But how does it do it? How does it get up there on top of the clouds? Because no other bird can rise as high as an eagle. When an eagle sees other animals or other birds on their level, you know what they do? They go higher. So I want you to go higher. Go higher than whoever is around you right now. Go higher, because you know you are capable of doing it. Go higher and inspire. Because when you inspire others, then more will come to you. It's like, you know that saying that they say is like, it's better to receive, it's better to give than receive. Because when you're giving, you will receive more. So you can give more. You give more, you'll receive more. That is the law of attraction and how it all works. It really is. So switch up your thinking, girlfriend. Switch up your thinking. Switch up your mindset. What are you doing for personal development? What are you doing to help yourself grow? Because if you don't grow, you're going to stay where you are. Is that what you want? Is that what you really want in life? To be where you are? So for the next 20, 30 years, you're going to be living the same day over and over, not growing, not getting anywhere, not achieving your dreams, just watching life go by? Don't be one of those people living the same life every single day for the next 30 or 40 years, because you'll live to regret. I intend to go out of this world with no regrets. I intend to slide out of this world, enjoy my life, traveling, visiting friends, helping others, listening to music, whatever. But I am not going to stay still, because as my dear departed mum used to say, there's plenty of time to stay still in your box. I'm not waiting for that time. And you shouldn't wait for that time either. Be active. Be creative. Join groups that will help you grow. Because if you are in a circle of friends right now, and those friends haven't moved on for the last 2 or 5 years, and they're still in the same place, then you're in the wrong circle. You need to break that circle and move up. Find a new circle of friends that are going places, going where you want to go. Because they say you are the sum of the 5 people you have all around you at any given time. So who are those 5 people you are listening to for advice? You are looking up to step up. Because if you can't look up and you're just looking sideways or down at them, you're in the wrong group, girl. What are you doing there? Go out and find a group that will help you grow. Because if you're in the right group, a handle will reach down to help pull you up. And that's what we have to do. We have to help pull up each other. You see a sister down, you reach down and you pull her up on your level. There's plenty of abundance for all of us to get. All of us to get what we are hoping for, what we know is out there for us. There's plenty. The Lord has already provided it. He's already ordered our steps. He knows when we will be going to join him in heaven. He already knows that. From the time we were born, we had a purpose. If you can't remember your purpose, girlfriend, then you need to really sit down and reflect. Look back in your past. What was your passion when you were a little girl? What did you really like to do? And is that still the case with you now? Because if it's something you're doing naturally and people are praising you for it, then that is your purpose to fulfill, to go and share with the world. Because we all have talents. Talents are given to us to use. Talents are given to us to use. Talents are given to us to use. And if you don't use those talents, they will be taken away. So don't let those talents be taken away from you. Use your talents to move yourself forward.